What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another reaction video. Today I'm doing the videos for Married at First Sight. This is season 15, episode 10. Before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, I do detailed reviews of reality shows, and in this time I'm doing a reaction to what I saw, what I thought. I may pick up some details that you may have not pointed out. And as I told you, I am YouTube's number one commenter. So with these, any video that I do is, for me, it's all about the comments. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I put this out for, to hear what y'all got to say, to say what you say, to model this channel, to just get a feel what y'all thinking. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we won't. But the only thing I ask is just that we keep it respectful down in the comments and just have a whole lot of fun doing so. So with Married at First Sight, I do breakdowns of couple by couple. So this video that I'm reacting to, this will be the Krysten and Mitch segment. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So when I with this relationship or marriage, I always kind of look at Krysten first because she's the one doing the work or kind of navigating how this is going to be. And when I see Krysten talk about her marriage, she always speaks so highly of it, as if like all her needs are getting met. This is what she expected when she thought she was going to be married, and that her and Mitch just have so much fun together. And I would say, like when I saw her talking to her friend, when she really got in depth about the marriage, she's pretty much saying that like she's adjusting like her beliefs and the type of person she is. And it's like she's not being herself. And when she brings up like things that are important to her, Mitch seems to kind of knock them down or pick them apart or kind of minimize them. And I wonder, like, when you say those words out your mouth yourself, how can that be a place of happiness? Like, you feel like you can't be yourself. You got to adjust to make him happy. And your dreams don't matter, or it's always something wrong or going on. So, like, I mean, that doesn't sound like you will want to be friends with a person like that, let alone be married. Because I just don't think she's really, she's being true to herself. Like, maybe she hasn't healed. Now, I'm not gonna say maybe. I can tell she hasn't healed from like her last breakup or all the patterns that she does when she's in a relationship where she just puts everything she has in and then some. She puts so much in, there's nothing left of her. So, unlike most of the couples, Krysten and Mitch are actually going away for uh, their their 1 month anniversary, and she has to find somebody to watch Looney or Luna, her dog, the little pug that got the little breathing problems and all that. And she actually got Stasia to watch Luna, and that's saying something in itself. I'm gonna get into the what Stasia thing with watching Luna or whatever, because I thought that was like really a big step, especially with a dog that has special needs or whatever the case may be. And Krysten thinks everybody can take care of her dog like she can. Like, that's a lot to do. But anyway, her and Mitch go away to some type of yoga palace, and it has like a Buddhist feel or whatever going on. And I totally believe like this was designed to be in Mitch's element. He seemed like very comfortable with taking yoga, and he was so comfortable. He was sounding like Luna. He was like, oh. Now at the same time, if Krysten did that, Mitch would probably sit her down and just tell her how unacceptable she behaved at yoga and how she needed to just change her life, and how her grunting expels too many gases for the environment and all this kind of stuff that the way that Mitch moves. But it's a one-sided relationship, so you could tell that Krysten is uncomfortable with it, but she'll just say it jokingly because she doesn't want to, I guess, upset Mitch or whatever. But one thing that came out of it, I like the parallel that Mitch kind of did yoga with, like being in a relationship or marriage, how like you're pushing yourself to the edges and you got to kind of find that right balance to like stay within boundaries to keep the marriage or the other person comfortable. It's like I gave Mitch a point for that. It made sense, but I don't think after all that grunt, Kristen was receptive to what he was saying, but he did have a point. And I would say, as far as more so like the getaway, I don't really, again, I still don't see the romantic sparks or the connection between Mitch and Kristen. I see Kristen just kind of walking on eggshells, just trying to make sure Mitch doesn't get upset or anything like that. And that really came out when like they did a group setting because they had like a big celebration with all the couples that was celebrating their month anniversary, with the exception of Morgan and Ben. And at dinner, they were just going around like explaining or just talking about, the updates on their marriage. And Kristen asked Mitch to go first. And I'm thinking, like, in the same way, that's a part of their relationship. That's the same thing she does. She has to wait to see what she's going to do and, on how he feels, because she didn't want to say something that would kind of conflict with him. So she wanted to kind of be able to fit an answer that matched his or whatever, or was similar or was related. So Mitch went first, and he was like really saying all these things like, well, this has been very hard and difficult, and I mean, like using all these negative words. I mean, and that was his experience, and I get that. But let Kristen tell it. They've been getting along so famously. This is everything she's pictured for a marriage. But Mitch is like, nah, I have never even lived with a girlfriend, so it's like it's just so much is so hard on me. Woe is me kind of situation where like he's the victim. And I really like the way Kristen respond to it for the most part, not all of it. She had a little meltdown, but the fact of the matter is saying like, you signed up for this, and you keep talking about you're not ready. You don't feel like you were ready to be a husband or ready to live with someone. Yeah, no one really knows what they're going to get when they get matched with a person, but every single candidate that comes into this should be open and ready to be a husband, to be a wife, because they throw you into an arranged marriage. You don't know the dynamics or how you have to adjust, but you have to be ready to be that. Mitch is saying like he wasn't even ready to be that. And I want to know if like the experts, they should ask the experts like, did Mitch tell y'all from the beginning he didn't know, he was unsure if he wanted to be a husband or could be a husband? And I thought it was quite ridiculous. And Kristen felt the same way, just saying like everybody's focusing on, oh, Mitch is really trying. Oh, Mitch is really working hard. He's doing the best he can and working through. And she's like, well, what about me? She's saying the only reason this is going so well is because all the work I'm putting into it. I don't really take it as like she wanted the credit, just the fact of the matter, like I'm holding this thing together because in real life, Mitch isn't really trying, but she said, "Oh no, you're trying, and you're a wonderful man." She had to reinforce him with positivity and confidence or whatever. But no, she knows she's holding this whole marriage together. If she went left just a little bit and into the negativity, they wouldn't even be sleeping in the same room anymore. But it's just it's something. And then like I gotta really start, as like awful as Mitch seems, I gotta start really pointing the finger at Kristen because she's not being real, and like she's trying to make something that adjusts to what Mitch likes and wants. I mean, even like when, let's go an example, when she wanted the dream of flipping homes and all that, she's like, I wanted to be like earthly sustainable. She ain't never had no plan. She wanted to go in there, buy some property, fix it up, flip it, make some money off the property. There's nothing wrong with that. But of course, Mitch found something wrong with that. And then like Kristen felt like, damn, this is my dream. This is something I wanted to do. This is something I knew I wanted to do. And he just like spit on it or whatever. And that's the thing. She's always making the adjustments. So now, like at this point, I think she just exploded a bit at that dinner, just saying like, I'm going to explode. I'm telling you. And I don't know if if when I explode or let loose, I'll still have Mitch or whatever. But what really surprised me is how Mitch responded. I thought Mitch was gonna make it all about him. I thought he was gonna go outside and call his brother on the confessional and start crying like it's too much. I'm dealing with so much here. I never had a girlfriend before, all that kind of stuff. But he didn't. He responded very positively. He was more so like, well, don't ever be somebody that you're not. I want you to be your authentic self. If you gotta let loose and explode on me, I ain't with all that. But that's what Mitch said. He with it. If she want to have a meltdown, breakdown, he gonna be there to support her, work through it, and talk it. I'm like, wow. Like, who is this guy? Like, he took that in and didn't take it personal and was like, oh, I'm gonna be there for you if you going through something. Cause like for real, you there for me. And I was really surprised. And if Mitch can have that attitude for real and be genuine and not so critical of Krysten, and Krysten actually speak up, they could 100% make it. So I was pleasantly surprised about Mitch in that situation. He was like an all-star right there, because I was kind of offended, but she was telling the truth, but she was going a little left. So drop down in the comments. Tell me what y'all thought of Mr. and Crit. I say Mr. I put their names together. Krysten and Mitch. Something I missed, something you want to add. And as I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it. Get ready for number 3.